Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
Going on, everyone? I know it's been a bit of a hiatus since we've done our latest show. What's it been, like 5 weeks?
I mean, who's counting? I mean, there was nothing
I can
sporting
talk.
going
Listen,
on.
There's been a lot of like personal stuff going on with me. I don't want to. I mean, the people who know what's been going on. So I decided to step back for a little bit. And yeah, I figured I don't want to wallow in my self-pity anymore. And a lot's been going on. So I figured this was as good a day as any to come back. I know, ironically, it's April 1st. So people will be like, oh, it's just April Fools. But whatever. I decided to come back for today. Yeah. So we'll see how long. We'll see if we do it every week. I don't know. But
I mean,
that's what happened. That's what's been going on. There's a lot going on.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world.
Well, I don't care about the world. I'm talking about
and then
with me.
sports. I
It's not
mean,
the
you.
world.
Well, I mean, the things that are affecting you directly are probably affecting lots of people.
No, that is correct. But again, I mean, if you know what's going on with me, you'll know why I took a step back.
Well, that's also what's going on with everyone. Like lots of folks,
True.
aren't just
No,
you?
I know. But I decided, like, finally, it's like I'm not going to just not do it. I decided, we'll pick it back up. So,
I mean,
but
presumably.
yeah, a lot's been going on since we've stopped.
I mean, it's like
the tournament,
the entire tournament, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the entire tournament, yes, but like it's been one of the more boring tournaments, but yet the Final Four should be really good. I mean, there's not really a ton of like memorable moments. I mean, your team getting a slimy victory in the second round, I guess.
Buzzer beater is memorable. Also, the Houston's like end of game kind of buzzer beater was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the
too.
end of game out of bounds play was cool, but besides that, like, what else has been good? It's just been like your son.
It's been top seeds.
Well, no, your son is gonna probably win your bracket because he, like every person who doesn't know anything about college basketball, just picked every lower seed or higher, better seed. And what's going to happen, as I've told you 100 times, is your son is going to do this next year and finish 37th. Because he thinks he'll be like, oh, I won this year, so that strategy must work out every year. You know I'm right. Yes or no? Am I right? I'm not saying, listen, everyone knew this year like the top 4 seeds were the best. I mean, I thought maybe one would slip up, but no. And so, yeah, that's what's been going on. It's been don't get me wrong. I love the tournament and I love watching it and occasionally betting it. And the player pool's going relatively well for Team Groyd. But it's been boring. Like, there's no upset. Like, I'm sorry, but like when Houston gets out to a 23-5 lead against Tennessee.
No, yeah,
you're like, oh,
Tennessee scored 15 points in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, because Houston plays the most just bully ball style basketball there is, and that's why I think they have a reasonably good shot against Duke in the Final Four. Like, I know everyone's sucking Duke off and being like, this is the greatest Duke team ever, and they're the tallest team in the country, blah, 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 blah. And that's all well and good, but like, and yes, Houston's tallest player I think is 6'8", but like, he's also 23 years old and is built like a brick house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Duke's not just being able to just muscle, like, yeah, I know Cooper Flagg's 6'10". He's actually able, like, you think he's gonna like float his way down there, and they're not gonna like be physical with him? Wrong. So, but yeah, I'm excited for the Final Four. I mean, it is 2 awesome games. We can't argue that, but it has been a boring tournament. We can agree there too. 2 things can be true. You have 2 awesome games for the Final Four and a potentially great final, and it's also been a very boring tournament.
Yeah,
true or false?
I mean, it's, you know what? In the end, I think sports fans want to see the best teams play. So here we are.
Well, no, I'm all right. You're right. I do want to see the best teams play, but I also want to see like a couple upsets in the first round too, or even in the second round.
You had some first round. I mean, McNeese State won.
Okay, Colorado State was not an upset. They actually technically were favored against Memphis.
Well, they were favored, but they still were.
But you had
technically
2
the
upsets.
seed.
You had actually 2 upsets. You had Drake over Missouri, which I mean, I think everyone picked that one. And then you had McNeese over Clemson. That was it. Like, I don't count Arkansas over Kansas. I know you are. And yes, you had Arkansas over St. John's in the second round. But you get my point, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You're just arguing with me to argue. Why are you doing it? Am I wrong about what I'm saying?
No, you're not wrong. It was a very favored heavy tournament for sure. But
again, I mean, I've watched so much basketball. It's still been awesome, but it just hasn't been the most entertaining tournament. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What other news? Oh, I mean, I guess locally your team is in a bit of turmoil.
I mean, there was turmoil. I mean, so one of the downsides of making it the Sweet 16 is the much anticipated departure of Coach Willard from the Terps. Happens kind of maybe probably a week or two later than he would have.
Yeah, I think I said to you, it would have been better if you had lost to Colorado State.
Perhaps. Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean,
Kevin Willard's a piece of shit. Let's call it what it is. Kevin Willard's a piece of shit.
Well, did you see what
he was leaving the whole time? He was leaving. He knew he had agreed to that contract before the tournament started.
Yeah.
I mean, you know I'm right.
Did you know?
Also, and then we'll get into your replacement, which you and I are kind of on the same page. We don't like. It's good, but it's also not good. But we'll get into it.
But yeah, see, he almost, he didn't even do the thing where he denied it. It was basically like, I don't want to talk about it, or I'm here now. I don't know what I'm doing.
He didn't show up to the team dinner.
Well, that was a rumor. I didn't hear that was confirmed. Okay, but then he publicly disparaged the athletic director and scooped that he was leaving. That was kind of weird. I mean, I think.
And then the way he quit, basically, he did a Zoom call. That's a dick move.
Yeah, he quit after 3-4 years. He quit on Zoom. That's kind of weird.
The douchebag move. Also, he's acting like he's a mix of Dean Smith, Mike Krzyzewski, and John Wooden. The man's made one Sweet 16 his entire career. Like, what are we talking about here? Am I wrong? Again, am I wrong? Is he that much better than Mark Turgeon was? Be honest. Was he that much better than Mark Turgeon? Or was he better than Mark Turgeon? Didn't Mark Turgeon make one Sweet 16?
Mm-hmm.
So they both made the same number of Sweet 16.
Yeah. So the thing
they're the same coach.
It's Spider-Man. I think Willard.
I think I said that to you when you hired Willard. I was like, he's basically Mark Turgeon.
He's Mark Turgeon with a shaved head. The biggest thing. Look, Willard's been coaching for 20 years, and he's made one Sweet 16 in his career.
I said that. Yeah.
He's won. And this year was his best year ever. And at Maryland, he had 60 wins or whatever.
65, I think it was. He missed the tournament one year, so he made the tournament twice. Missed the tournament once.
He's pretty mid. And
I think Villanova's going to be in for a very rude awakening.
And so one of his frustrations was he wanted to be at a more basketball centered school.
So then
but I think that he's missing the point that you kind of get a hall pass at Maryland for making the turn. If you make the tournament and don't get in trouble, a lot of folks will give you the benefit of the doubt at Maryland.
I'm going to ask a question.
So going to Villanova, he's going to be under a lot of scrutiny, and when they don't make the Sweet 16 in 4 years, they're going to have questions.
Question.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go to a more basketball-centric school. Then why go from Seton Hall? Then why would you I understand
Stepping stone.
Money. You basically. Well, I'm just saying, you knew Maryland wasn't just going to be 100% basketball-centric.
Stepping stone.
I'm just saying, did he go? Okay, that's fine. So basically, he's a whore, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
they
all are.
Okay.
It's a business.
Now let's get into the hire that you made, which I don't think is the best. I mean, it's good and it's bad, but we'll get into it.
So as you say, they kind of showed up late to the party because of the timing of things.
Because of what Willard did, yes.
And there were a lot of rumors on former Maryland, assistants and players, Dwayne Simpkins and Tony Skinn, guys who. Again, fans like me, you want someone who loves Maryland, who's fighting for the name on the front.
So I'll push back on that because that's worked at some schools, but it also has not worked.
I'm saying the preference from the folks I talk to is
I know the preference from the Maryland. I know.
And then a tag-on problem is there was a general understanding that you're not going to get a responsible professional adult to come be a head coach at Maryland with no AD. So you're gonna have to find somebody. You're gonna have to find somebody who's willing to take a risk
But you did get a professional adult.
So here's the case. So Maryland signed Buzz Williams today from Texas A&M. This is the second Texas A&M coach that we've pilfered in the last 2 decades.
I sent you the
There's been more former Texas A&M coaches than Maryland alums,
which is kind of sad.
Kind of weird. So they signed him today, and what I read was it was today and not like Monday, because there was like a difference of like $2 million in his buyout or something. Like they basically discount racked him.
Right. I'm just going to say this. Buzz Williams, the problem I have with Buzz Williams is his offenses suck. Go look at his numbers. They're not good offenses that he's coached at Texas A&M. They don't shoot the three well. It's not fun basketball. He kind of has left he's only stayed at schools for 6 years at most. That's not great if I'm looking at that as a Maryland fan, because who's to say he's not just going to bolt if there's a better job that opens up over Maryland?
And I think most folks wouldn't be upset by that.
But I'm saying I don't think this is a sexy hire. I think he's a great floor hire in that, like, you'll win your 20 games, you'll make the tournament.
So here's so there's lots of things. There's lots of things going on. So the buzz around the insiders on IMS here is that inside Maryland sports, for those of you who don't know.
This is getting kind of
it's not getting boring. This is getting good. So the boosters are upset. They don't like this move at all.
I don't like it either.
There's a lot of I say infighting, but a lot of whininess happening. They don't like. Some boosters have asked for their money back, so that's going to mess up NIL.
Well, because they wanted Tony Skinn.
They want Skinn.
So my question, I have a question. Why did you not offer Skinn?
I don't know. And I don't know that they didn't, but I know that it sounds to me, so the search committee, I was like, they don't have an AD who's picking this person.
I know.
So it's the president, basically the president and the assistant AD who is the person. But supposedly the guiding factor in the selection was Mr. Plank. So not everyone's happy about that. I know Willard was, I think, a Plank pick as well. Do you want to know what Texas A&M ranked offensively last season?
I do.
Their offensive rank was 116th.
That's not good.
And their defensive
rank was shoot.
93rd. They shot they can't shoot for sure. Their 3-point percentage was 30%. Their free throw percentage was 69%.
So here's the problem I also have. So you hire like a coach from a sitting team. So you think, he's going to bring guys from his former school to Maryland.
Yeah.
There's 8 seniors on that team. That's part of the reason he left, is he didn't want to do a rebuild.
Yeah. Also,
so you can't even bring Texas A&M's best players to Maryland.
That is true. Do you want to know? And also, the kind of guys he likes, I think, are Florida State style players, where they are like 6'8", 225, and can't shoot to save their lives.
So I will say this though, he did have, like, his backcourt was really good.
Okay.
Wade Taylor was his name, and Zurich Phelps, but they're both seniors and they're both gone. So you can't even bring them over. I'm not saying I've seen some people on social media being like, this is a home run hire. Like, it's all like the basketball college, like the Seth Davises of the world who are like, it's the great hire. And then you have like the other Twitter people who are just like, this is kind of a bleh hire. I'm in the middle of that. Like, I don't think it's a horrific hire. I think Maryland should have gone, like, this to me is the third straight kind of unsexy pick. Turgeon, Willard, and Buzz Williams. They're like boring. Kind of similar-ish coaches.
Yeah, they're very similar.
They're all good. Like, they all were fine at Maryland. Like, as much as people hated Mark Turgeon, he did fine. He made the tournament 3 times?
The biggest thing that Turgeon did was he convinced, but he got Des Wells to stay.
Yeah,
and I think if Buzz can get Rodney Rice back, I'll give him.
Gillespie's gone, by the way.
Gillespie's gone. And everyone else is like, we literally have no players. So if he can get,
I know.
If he can get,
and apparently stay, then he's worth it for a
he had offered our previous recruit who had decommitted. So if he can get that kid back plus Rice, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
But if not, then you're a little like.
And he has no ties to the area, so it's not like.
I'll disagree. I'll push back a little bit. He did coach at Virginia Tech, so like.
A decade ago.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying he does have. Okay,
That's VT.
fine,
That's Blacksburg. That's not DC.
No, I understand. Again, I would have hired Tony Skinn. I
Okay.
said that.
I mean, if you had Skin, you could have kept Rice probably
a
cheaper.
lot of people, and he has ties to the area.
Right. Because all he's got to do, and I was talking to Johnny about this, like you just roll up, you just go down the metro around the beltways and up 95, and you can collect dudes to play for you.
No, I think this is not a panic hire by Maryland. I think this is Maryland once again just doing the same thing for the third time.
No,
they're just hiring the safe. Like Mark Turgeon was kind of the safe hire. When they hired Kevin Willard, it was a safe hire.
No,
he wasn't like a home run. Like to me, this is another like safe double hire. Like I think Tony Skinn, absolutely, his floor is way lower than Buzz Williams. His ceiling though is way higher than Buzz Williams.
We'll see. I mean, college basketball is year over year, and you know
I understand
I hope that he does well enough that he gets attracted somewhere else.
I will say this: let's see who Buzz Williams brings over.
I want to see assistant coaches. I want assistant coaches who have ties to the area. I want guys who are East Coast, 95 folks.
I would assume that's what you would hope that's what he's bringing over.
I'd like to see, again, if he can keep the one recruit plus Rice.
Yeah.
Now, if we,
I heard. Did you hear what I told you? Did you hear what Gillespie's going to get from Tennessee?
Well, like 1.5 million. Good for him. Take it.
Oh, I said yeah. I mean, Maryland apparently gave him 500 last year, so
fine.
But anyway, those are kind of the big stories. I guess baseball. It's opening week.
Yeah, it's nice having baseball.
I guess the torpedo bats, I guess, is like the big story in baseball.
Okay, I think that, what, if you want to use a different kind of bat and it works, then everyone else will get the same bat.
The Yankees have only scored 4 runs today, so I guess that
if everyone wants to go out and grab the torpedo bat, grab the fucking torpedo bat.
So from what I've heard, I guess the guy who invented this thing or whatever is on the Marlins. I don't think the Marlins are exactly mashing home runs. So again, I think it's such a also, maybe the Brewers, who the Yankees played first series, just suck at pitching.
It's possible.
But yeah, I think that's I guess kind of a big story. This torpedo bat stuff. The Dodgers are 6-0, no shocker. The Braves are 0-5, which is kind of crazy. The Orioles, I don't know. I'm happy you got Charlie Morton, and I think I saw your Japanese guy already had to leave his first start because of cramps.
Yeah, it's fine. And then I
will never
anybody look. Pitchers' arms are falling off throughout the league.
What I'm saying is, I will continue to make fun of your Orioles because you guys, it's like you're dropping the ball. It's so blatantly obvious.
It's where it's like they spent all their money and attention on the bullpen, and the starters
But what I'm saying is, it's like the way you win in baseball is, pitching wins in baseball. Okay. And the Orioles are we're not only not going to offer Corbin Burns, who I guess in his first start didn't exactly pitch well tonight against the Yankees. We're not only going to not offer Corbin Burns, we're going to replace him with a 41-year-old guy in Charlie Morton.
Okay.
I just don't. Again, what I'm saying to you is this: there are guys that you could have traded for.
Sure.
Dylan Cease. Mm-hmm. There's one other guy that I'm missing.
I think with the frequency of guys' arms falling off, I'd rather have more arms than fewer arms.
The thing about the Orioles, you have 755 outfielders.
Well, they have one less because Colton Cowser broke his thumb sliding into first base.
Do you understand my point or not?
I do.
In your minor leagues, isn't you have enough guys to trade?
No, you could send Heston Kjerstad somewhere to get a pitcher.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but you need a guy who you can have as your ace. You cannot. I think the Orioles are fucking over guys like Adley. They're not going to win with this shitty pitching staff. You're not.
We'll see what happens in the trade deadline.
I always make fun of your Orioles. It is what it is.
Fine, look, they're going to win 94 games regardless.
And then lose them, and they get swept in the first round of the playoffs.
Maybe they trade for a top line starter at the end of the year.
Maybe. Nats are off to a meh start.
Mediocre.
It's the first week of baseball. Who gives it?
Nope.
You can't judge it until you get about 20.
Long season.
If you're 20, I think when you're 20 games in, you can kind of get an idea a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the first week of baseball, so that's it. We are in draft season. There's only 3 weeks till the draft, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. My Dolphins decide today. Chris Greer. I'm not gonna get into how fucking dumb this guy is, but Calais Campbell decided to go back to the Cardinals. So now the Dolphins have one. count of one legitimate starting defensive tackle on their roster, so that's pretty awesome.
I know you like that.
I'm pretty pumped. Chris Greer, I am under the impression this motherfucker has like some very damaging photos of the owner, because that's the only reason he has a job. He is the most incompetent general manager maybe in professional sports. So I'm really looking forward to the draft where we're going to reach for probably an injured player, because Chris Greer has a thing where, like, if you're healthy for your career, he looks past you.
Well, you get good value on the injured guys.
That's what he does. He always drafts like injured guys. Hell, Jalen Phillips, one of our stud linebacker end guys, had to retire from football because of heart issues. So that jumped him way up the Chris Greer ladder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just not excited for the Dolphin season. I just don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
that's all. What else?
The NBA season is almost over.
What is?
NBA season is almost over for the Wizards.
That is correct. The
nice.
Wizards are in a dogfight with the Jazz for the worst record in the league. They're a half a game behind. Just got to keep on losing. Just got to keep on losing, man.
They've actually done the thing we ask for where they show some spunk every so often.
But still are losing.
But still lose. It's nice.
Look, they've got some people. Listen, they've got some guys who are like.
And Star's kind of nice.
13-7.
Yeah.
Like, if you told me, what did we say before the season? I think I said like 12-6.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at 13-7.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The other two rookies have been fine. Like, Jordan Poole has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, they've got some guys that are like cromulent NBA players. Like, now you've got to get rid of Corey Kispert.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got to like hope Sadiq Bey can take over Corey Kispert's minutes next year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Middleton and Smart as veterans. They just need an influx of talent, and hopefully they'll get the number 1 or at worst 2 pick,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can get somebody. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. They cannot have the situation where it's like they dropped a 5. If it does, you might as well just stick a knife in the Wizards and be like, you're done.
Yeah.
So but then I'm also done with all the people who are like, the Wizards are so trash, and Cooper Flagg, if the Wizards get number 1, Cooper Flagg should just go back to school. Shut the fuck up. I've said this every single podcast we've done. Did you want the Wizards to continue to win 38 games with Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma, or did you want them to bottom out and try to get a start? Because that's right now the best way they're going to improve their team. Like, I'm so tired, but you get what I'm saying. Like you can't have you can't have it to where like you want to see good basketball.
Yeah.
But then you also want them to get Cooper Flagg. It doesn't work that way.
You have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't have that.
And also, like, I had a conversation with I was talking to my dad about this. He's like, I think Utah's a better, like, market than Washington. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, yeah, it's because they're more, like, it's more white people. I'm like, that doesn't mean shit. I'm like, Washington is a much bigger market than Utah.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like, if the NBA had a choice and it was those two teams, it's like, be honest. If the NBA had a choice, if Adam Silver was like, you can have to say Cooper Flagg to either the Wizards or the Jazz, which would he pick, Jack? Come on, be honest.
He
would pick the Wizards.
You want look, East Coast is great.
Washington, you would say, is in the top 7 markets in the NBA?
Plus, you have more games against New York, but East Coast teams is much better for TV.
Washington is one of the top 10 markets in the NBA. You would agree?
I can't confirm, but okay.
Okay, I'm saying if you're a winner, if you show some level, again, I lived it.
If you're looking for placement of good product, DC is a better venue than Utah.
Salt Lake City?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd say so, Jack.
The Eastern Conference, Eastern time zone games are far superior
also,
for TV.
It would be easier for Cooper Flagg to win because the East is so much easier than the West, too.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Sure.
But yeah, let's see what happens. I guess our next thing we get to look forward to is the NBA draft lottery in like a month.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess that's what's going on. Your favorite president wants to potentially run for a 3rd term.
We knenew that. It wouldn't be a 3rd term. It'd be a.
I've heard. Have you heard the latest theory?
What's
how
that?
He's going to do it? Fuckface JD Vance is going to run.
No.
Trump is going to be Trump is going to be his vice president.
Yeah.
And then JD Vance is going to step down. And then Trump is going to be the president.
Well, you're not allowed to run for vice president if you're not eligible to be president. He's not eligible to be president.
Again. So. But don't worry, Jack. plenty of people who, with tears in their eyes, have said they want him to run.
The thing is, you're looking for him to look for loopholes. The more likely solution is he would just never leave. It would be like January 6th, and he would just like, no, fuck you guys.
Are you looking forward to Liberation Day?
Oh, that's when everything's going to cost 25% more tomorrow? Definitely looking forward to that shit. You know, one thing, so I want to give a shout out to Cory Booker, Senator Booker, who set the record for the longest speech in history.
Strom Thurmond.
So good. It's a good fuck you to Trump and the Republicans, and I encourage all Democrat senators, Congress people to stand up and eat the floor.
I do like that people are pushing back on these fucking morons and like saying tariffs do not help Americans.
Yes.
And then you have that dumb Barbie bimbo bitch face Levitt, who is such a fucking clown shoe bitchwad.
Of course. And
she's just like, yes, like if the president says it, she would. I honestly think if the president said, Carolyn Levitt, I want you to get banged out by 5 dudes on live TV. What would she say?
Well, if the president says that's the thing to do, then that's the thing to do.
They are so gutless and pathetic that it's just liberal. Oh, and I love how, by the way, remember how they made that? They were like, Zelensky like is a disgrace for not wearing a suit?
Yeah.
Do you see your boy Kid Rock went in there looking like a fucking...
looks like a human American flag leather costume.
That's okay.
Thing.
That's okay, apparently. It's just... It's such...
I mean, it's
such a clown show country. We live in a clown show country. And Elon's whining every day. Oh, wah, wah. Elon, fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm done. I'm just done with this. I mean, done mentally with this country. I ate 4.5 weeks because, I mean, if you can't read through the, if you can't see through the lines, I was laid off by shithead McAsshole. And I was not in the best mental space for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack knows.
I know.
I was not. And guess what? If you guys were in my position, you would be not in the best space either.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, I don't feel bad that Elon's fucking shitty-ass Teslas are getting torched. I love it. Good for them. Good. Everyone keep on doing it. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Look.
Don't worry. At least Trump won his 750th club championship last week, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Playing with, like, the Poland prime minister or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Anyway.
Every day, it's a new clown show. But, again, don't worry, because tomorrow, Liberation Day is going to go great.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet when everything is 25% more. So I think April 5th, there is a series of protests. You can check out 5051 to find a protest in your area.
I will not be checking those out.
Well, for folks who want to make a difference,
I will be
Adam.
I will be hanging out I would rather hang out with my nephew.
Cool. Well, yes, be with family or fight for the future of America. That's a Saturday.
The future of America's it's a Saturday?
Saturday.
Wait, April 5th is a Saturday?
Yes.
I'll be watching the Final Four.
During the middle of the day.
The Crown.
The what? The Crown.
The Crown.
Because you care about that. Well, for folks who care about America, who aren't you, go check out the protests. Go walk around, hold a sign, bring 3 friends with you.
I don't care about America?
I'm saying you don't care enough. Cory Booker shit his pants for 25 hours on stage to fight for your rights.
I'm not going to do this with you. It doesn't do anything.
What doesn't do anything?
Fucking idiots. Stop.
No, you can fight. You can fight the power. Stand up.
Can't fight the power.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
You're right. Not with this. Don't worry, because Lauren Boebert said that Oliver Stone. What did she say? What did I send you?
She confused Roger Stone and Oliver Stone. She was talking to Oliver Stone, and she thought it was Roger Stone. Because she's normal. Anyway.
Again, Oliver Stone is a director.
Yes.
And has nothing to do with any of this shit.
Correct. Roger Stone's a crazy criminal.
Correct.
Okay, anyways, check out 5051 for a protest in your area. Don't be like Adam. Make a difference in this world. For Adam, this is Jack. This is me, the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.